Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Satchidanandarupaya Krishnaya Klishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. So in the last session we did the 15th verse, which was Yat pada samsraya suta munaya prasamayanaha sadyah punantyupasprushtaha surdhinyapo nusevaya. That is the verse we did. So there we said upasprushtaha apaha punanti. The water of Ganga, it purifies. One who does Ganga Snanam, one who goes and bathes in the Ganges. Upasprushtaha. But Nadu Ganga sadyah punanti. It does not purify if you don't take bath in it. Kintu tasya anusevaya punanti. Only if you go and engage yourself in Ganga Snanam, then Ganga purifies you. But Munayaha, great men, Satpurushas, they are not like that. Kevalam Smriti Matrena. Just by remembering about them, about good people, they can purify you. Their memory can purify you. So that is the difference between Ganga Snanam and Satpurusha Seva. Satpurusha Seva is not complicated. Just by meeting them, by remembering them, you can be purified. Why so? Because Smriti Matre eva punanti, avidya malinyani shodhayanti. Just by remembering about their character, about good people, you get the benefit of their character. You share their punyam. So now in the 16th verse, what can the Sravanam of Srimad Bhagavatham do to you? Because the Srimad Bhagavatham contains the stories of these good people, of Bhagavatas. And how, in order to remove the Ashuddhi or Malam, or the sins, a Shuddhi Kama, a person who is desirous of purity or freedom from sins, that is being explained. How it is done. How that freedom is gained. That is explained in this verse 16. So let us look at this 16th verse. Ko va bhagavatastasya punyasloke dyakarmanaha shuddhikamo nasrunuyat yashah kalimalapaham. That is a verse. The padacheda is Kahava bhagavataha tasya punyasloke dyakarmanaha shuddhikamaha na srunuyat yashaha kalimalapaham. That is a padacheda. And the meaning is Kaha means who. Va indeed. Bhagavataha of that Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Tasya his. Punyasloke karmanaha. So there are 4 words here. Punyam, Slokam, Idyam, Karma. Punyam means virtuous. Sloka means praiseworthy. Idya means sages who are being worshipped. Karmanaha means actions. Shuddhikamaha, a person who is desiring purity or freedom from past misdeeds. That is the meaning of Shuddhikamaha. Nasruniyat, will not hear, does not hear. Yashaha, the fame of Krishna. Kalimalapaham, Kali means of Kali, of this Kali age of darkness. Malapaham, that which removes the sin. So what is the meaning of the entire verse? What a kind of person who is desirous of freeing himself from past misdeeds or sins will not listen to this Srimad Bhagavatam, will not listen to this greatness of Bhagavan. What kind of Bhagavan? Whose deeds are praised by persons of virtuous fame. That is the meaning of Punya Sloka Idyakarmanaha. So the Punya Slokas, the sages, Idyakarmanaha, they worship Sri Krishna. So it is indeed this praising of Bhagavan or listening to Bhagavan's praises in Bhagavatam that cleanses the sins of Kali Yuga. That is the meaning of this verse. So this Punya Slokaha means sages. And idyani means they constantly praise. Why? Idiom, the word idiom means tavyam, that which is fit to be praised. So in this world, the one thing that which is fit to be always praised is Bhagavan. As a result, the sages are always engaged in this act of stavanam or praising. Why? Because of his karmani, because of his lilaha, because of Krishna's various good actions. And why do they praise, why do the sages praise these actions or karmani of Bhagavan? Because that karmani is kalimalapaham. It eradicates samsara dukkha upasamanam. That's what Sridhara writes. And Tadrisham Kalimalapaham Bhagavatam, that text which explains the greatness of Krishna, Kovana Shrunuyat, that is a question. So it's an interrogative statement saying that who will not be interested in learning about Krishna? Definitely everyone will be interested if they are interested in Malapaham, if they are interested in removing this Ashuddhi. Now let us look into what is the meaning of this word Ashuddhi. Shuddha means pure, Ashuddha means impure. Here the impurity is of that of Antahkaranam. Antahkarana means our inner faculty, where thoughts are generated. Antahkaranam is the receptacle of our thoughts. And this Antahkaranam can have three Ashuddhis, three malas. They are called Mala, Vikshepa and Avarana. And these three Ashuddhis or impurities, they lead to samsara dukkham. So people end up very miserable because of wrong ways of thinking, which is influenced by these three dirts, as though they are impurities which can affect the mind and the ways of the thinking of the mind. The first Ashuddhi or impurity of the mind, which is the faculty of knowing, in fact, is called as Malam. Malam is generally translated as Papam. So what is Papam? Papam is nothing but an Adirishta Samskara. It is a tendency which is embedded in your system, in your being. Papam and Punyam are good and bad vasanas or tendencies that are embedded in you. So Malam, in other words, is Papam. And this Malam we cannot see. Why? He writes, Adi Sukshmatvat na pratyakshi kriyate. Because this Papam which manifests in the form of negative thoughts, guilt, pain, misery, and thought itself is very subtle. Like a flower or a paper, you cannot hold it. The moment it appears, it can disappear or it can stay for a period of time. That is why it is called as sukshmam or subtle. Not pratyakshi kriyate. You cannot grab it by your senses. It is felt only in one's mind. There is a seat of malam or papam, and it is not visible. Then how do you know that you have got papam? How do you know that you are miserable? He says, Nishiddha karma anushtanena pratyakshi kriyate. When you are engaging in Nishiddha karma anushtanam, when you are engaging in actions which are prohibited, then you know, you can infer that this is the result of papam. If you have punyam, you will engage in punya karma. If you have malam, you will definitely engage in Nishiddha karma, which is prohibited actions. That is number one. Number two, Vishayasaktya chittagada ashubha vasanaya anumiyate. Anumana means inference. We can infer that a person has got papam if he is engaged in pleasure pursuit. Mindless pleasure pursuit is also an indication of malam. So if you have dirt in mind, in the system, then it will manifest as either pleasure pursuit or nishiddha karma anushtanam. Nishiddha karma is actions that can create pain for others. And Vishayasakta karma is actions which are very pleasant at this point, but eventually it can cause an unpleasant situation for the person who is engaged in that sensual pursuit. That is called Vishayasakti. So by this Vishayasakti or pleasure mongering and by Nishiddha Karmanushtana, we can indeed infer that there is an Ashubha Vasana, a malam. So Tadvan Ashubha Vasanaya Yukta Purushaha Malino Bhavati. So any person who has malam in his heart is called a malina. Adaha Tannivatyartham Nishkama Karmani Bhuta Dayadi Ishvara Namocharanani Kathasravanani Sadhanani Vihitani. So how do you get rid of this malam, the first impediment in your heart? For that the Shastra says you can do what is called as Nishkama Karma. So if you perform Nishkama Karma, it is like wiping off a dusty surface with a cloth. The more you perform Nishkama Karma, the malam is eradicated. So the Nishkama Karma in the Shastra is called as Ishta and Purta. These are the two kinds of actions which are called as selfless. Because it is impossible for anyone to do selfless action. Any action you do, you will have a desire for a result. So it is highly improbable or impossible to see anybody performing an action without a result in mind. But when you follow the Shastric injunction, when you follow what Bhagavatam says, that action can produce results which will not bind you. Those kinds of actions are called as Nishkama Karma. So when you perform this Nishkama Karma or Karma Yoga, then this malam is taken care, the malam is eradicated. So what are the two types of Nishkama Karma? It says in the Katha Upanishad, first chapter, 8th mantra. What is that mantra? Ishta purte putra pasumscha sarvan. Ishta purtam. These are the two kinds of karma. So what is ishtam and what is purtam? Purtam means danadikam. When you reach out to help society or other people in the form of charity, in fact there is a huge list of what are purtams. This is what the verse says. Vapi kupa gadi devata ayatana nicha. If you build vapi, means a well. Kupam means a well. Vapi means a lake. Tadagam, a large water body. Devata ayatanani, temples. When you build temples. Annapradhanam, and when you do annadanam. Aramaha, and you build gardens. Purtam prachakshate. All these activities, similar activities, they are called as purtam because you are doing this actions as a nishkama karma. Meaning you have a karma for building the temple, you have a karma for building this garden, but ultimately the result of which goes to others, not just for yourself. Also it has got sanction of the Shastra. So as laid out in the Shastra, if you perform karmas, they are called as Nishkama Purta Karma. And the other one is called as Ishtam. Ishtam means, Ishtakarma is the form of worshipping Ishvara. Sacrificing your time, meditating upon him. If you perform Ishwararchanam or Devatarchanam, that is called as Ishtakarma. So Purta Karma is undertakings that can help the society at large or other people, such as Annadana, construction of wells, temples, etc. And Ishtakarma is worshipping or meditating upon the Lord or Ishvara. Both can give you immediate results, and if you give up that results as Ishvara Arpanam, then that can create Chitta Shuddhi. that can eliminate malam. That is how the Shastra says to get rid of this dirt, the first kind of dirt which is called as malam. The second dirt or the obstruction of correct thinking or ways of thinking that can make you miserable is called as vikshepaha. So the first one is malam, the second one is vikshepaha. Vikshepo nama chitta chanchalyam. So vikshepa means the chanchalata of the chittam, the non-availability of mind. You want to practice meditation, then you have a cross thought. You want to read Bhagavatam, then you cannot do it because the mind is not available. So that kind of mindset is called as vikshepam. When you have vikshepam, sarvane swarupanusandhane va sthiryam na prapnodi. You can neither do things which you want to do, nor place your mind in sthiratvam, in meditation. Then what will happen to the mind when the mind is vikshiptam? Kintu vishayabhimukhi bhavati. It just becomes indulgent in sensual pursuits. Tan nivartaye. In order to take care of vikshepam, Ishvara namocharanam. You have to chant Krishna's name. Hare Namaha, Namah Shivaya, Shiva Shiva Shiva, Rama Rama Rama. Loudly you should chant. This Ishvara namocharanam would immediately stop the oscillation of the mind. So this mantravarti or murti dhyanam, or you can focus on your Ishtamurti's form. These are the things which will take care of vikshepam. So the malam is taken care by nishkama karma and vikshepam is taken care by upasanam. So that is one way of taking care of this vikshepa or the chitta chanchalyam, the oscillation. Another way is, if you think that you cannot sit and meditate, you don't have that maturity or availability of the mind, or you don't know simply how to do the shastric meditation. In that case, you should go and meet Satpurushas. That is the second way. Athava sharira vak manobhihi susrushaya साक्षात ईश्वर एव अस्मद् अनंतकोटि जन्मार्जित सुकृत परिपाकवशात् गुरु मूर्ति रूपेण अवतीर्णः इति सद्गुरु उपासनं कुर्यात्. So you should, if you are fortunate, you should approach a guru and consider he is none other than Ishvara and worship him. Meaning, listen to him, engage with him, have a relationship with him. That is what the Upanishad says. Yasya deve parabhaktihi yatha deve tatha guru. Just like you have bhakti towards your Ishta, the similar attitude if you have towards your Guru, tasya mahatmanaha arthaha prakashante. Whatever arthaha, meanings are embedded in the scriptures, in the Upanishads, those meanings will become very clear. Because one time you listen, if you have mala and vikshab in your mind, the inner meaning of those passages are not going into your head. But this Sakrit Guru Upasana, the repeated worshipping of this teacher for a period of time and clarifying all the doubts, slowly the vikshepa will be gone. So, even if you don't do this dhyanam, karma upasana, nishkama karma and all, if you do guru upasana for a long period of time, it can create chitta shuddhi. That is another prakriya for removing this vikshepa. And how can this guru upasadanam or staying with the guru for a long period help you? Because Satpurushas will be always engaged in Vedanta Shravanam. And that pravritti you also will pick up because that is their character. It will sankramati. It will also be passed on to you. So by constantly hearing this, doing this Vedanta Shravanam, or understanding the inner meaning of the Upanishads, this Vikshepam is taken care. That is what the Shruti says. Dine dine cha Vedanta Sravanat Bhakti Samyutat Guru Susrushaya Labdhat Krichra Ashiti Phalam Labhet. Krichra means it is a karma. Krichra is a very elaborate karma. So whatever you gain by performing this elaborate karmas, the same result you can gain by Guru Upasanam. Asupte Ramrute Kalam Nayed Vedanta Chintaya Vidyannavasaram Kinchit Kamadinam Managapi. Asuptehe Amrutehe. So till your death, you continue engage in this self-enquiry. Ityadayaha Vedanta Sranam Swadandrena Karmopasanadikam Anapekshya Chittashuddhi Aikagradi Janayet. So in this way, you can gain a certain composure, a certain maturity, certain togetherness of your mind, which you can use in the pursuit of self-knowledge. Now a question might arise, if I am going to do all this self-inquiry and pursuit of understanding oneself, is it not selfish? Won't you call it a self-centered action? Srimad Bhagavatam says no. In the 4th chapter, in the 4th canto, right now we are in the 1st canto, 1st chapter, 16th verse. In the 4th canto, 31st chapter, 14th verse, he says this verse. Yatha taror mula nishechanena tripyandi taskanda bhujopashakhaha pranopaharacha yathendriyanam tathaiva sarvarhanamachyutejya. Achyuta. Achyuta means Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna's worship is not called a selfish pursuit. How so? By giving water to the root of a tree. Taror mula nishechanena. Tripyanti skandhaha. Skandhaha means branches. So if you want to water a tree, you don't pour water on the branch or the tree trunk or the leaves. You directly pour it on the root. By pouring water on the root, all the branches, twigs, leaves, they are all satisfied, because the root can carry energy to the tip of the leaf. And similarly, pranopaharacha yathendriyanam. If you want to enliven your eyes are dull because of hunger. So you don't throw food on your eyes. Instead, you throw food on your stomach. When you eat and place your food on the stomach, all the senses, all the parts of body is satisfied. Similarly, by engaging in the worship of Paramatma, by Ishvara Upasanam, you are not doing a selfish act. You are actually helping the entire universe to be peaceful. Your prayer, though it can look like a very isolated act in a corner of the world, but still that can have an effect on the entire surroundings. Hence, you should never think that this kind of pursuits like Ishvara Upasanam is a selfish pursuit. So the above verse in that Bhagavatam advocates Upasanam, Sravanam, etc. And it is not a selfish activity, rather it keeps a person intimately connected with all the creation, because he is looking the entire creation as Vasudeva. In that sense, it's a type of paropakara. Just like Dhanam, if you have enough wealth, you can share your wealth. But otherwise, you can definitely pray. And that is also a kind of charity. You are actually contributing to the higher good and peace of the universe. So we covered Malam and Vikshepam, and the third Ashuddhi, that is called as Avaranam. And this Avaranam is explained in Gita, 3rd chapter, 38th verse. Dhumena vriyate vannihi yathadarsho malena cha yatholbena avruto garbhastada te nedamavrutam. There is a verse. So yatha, just like dhumena vannihi avriyate. Dhumena means by smoke. Vannihi means fire. Avriyate means covered. So that is the third one. Third one is called avaranam, or a covering. For covering, he gives three examples. The first one is just like a smoke covering the fire. The second one is yathadarsho malena cha. Adarsham malena. Malam means dust. Adarsham means mirror. Just like the dust masks or covers the mirror. That's the second example. The third one is yathol benavurto garbhaha. Garbhaha means the womb. Ulba means yathol benavurto garbhaha means the embryo being covered by the womb. Similarly, one's knowledge can be covered by this third avaranam. Avaranam of what? Avaranam of desire. So when a desire comes and sits in your mind, only one desire comes in the form of thoughts. Desire does not come in any other form. Every desire is a thought. It is a thinking pattern. If you think flower, 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 there is flower thought. It converts into desire for flower. First it comes as a flower thought. Then it comes as I want it. It converts itself. Or you are repulsed by it. There is also a desire to get away. So this avaranam, all these three avaranams happens in the form of desire. The three kinds of avaranam are actually three stages or avasthas of desire. The first avastha is called as sthula or normal desire, then gross or sthula taraha, which grows bigger, and then sthula tamaha, it becomes massive, then you cannot control it. The beginning stage, when the desire rises as a samskara, you can nip it in the bud. But when it becomes sthula tamaha, when it becomes dense, then it is hard to control. So that is what Bhagavan is saying here. So that is why he said these three examples. He could have just said that the desire is a covering, but he wants to show how it gradually envelops and covers completely. So the first example was dhumen avriyate vannihi. Tatra therein pragandhakaranasya labdhavrittikatvat sukshma kamaha. In that stage, the beginning stage, in the mind desire exists in a very subtle fashion. And slowly, sharirarambhagena karmana, sthula shariravachinne, it manifests as an action. So until the desire comes as an action, it is just a thought. Flower, nail, pot, like that all the thoughts are going, like trains in the station. But when you enter one desire, one compartment, it becomes your own. At that point, that desire has already become sthula taraha. It has slowly grown. Because it has got into your body, the thought has solidified. That is called labdha vrittike antahkarane. It has become active in your mental plane. Kritabhivyaktistan sthulo bhavati. It has become gross. Sayeva vishayasya chintyamana the same desire, when it is completely made into a thought pattern of sensual objects, punaha punaha udrichyamanaha sthula taraha bhavati. By repeated thinking, the one thought becomes multitude of the same thought, continues like flower, flower, flower. Then slowly I want it. Then it becomes denser. Sayeva punaha, now that becomes a stronger desire. Vishayasya bhujyamanata avasthayam atyanta udregam praptaha. At that point, you cannot do away without that object. You have to have it. That is called sthulatama avastha. So these are the three avasthas actually Bhagavan is trying to say with these three examples of smoke, mirror and the womb. Prathamavasthayam drishtantam. In the first stage, the example is dhumena avriyate vannihi. The smoke. Sahajena aprakashatmakena dhumena. The sahaja avastha of smoke is aprakasham. The smoke is not resplendent. It cannot illumine anything. It does not have the power of light. It is not illumined. But Prakashatmakaha vannihi avriyate. It does the avaranam. It does the covering of vanni which is illumined. So though the smoke is powerless, because of the massive, because of the size, because there is too much of smoke, the spark of fire is covered. Though smoke does not have any innate quality, but still it overpowers that vanni. Similarly, the person's mind is crowded by the smoky desire. That is the first stage. Dvitiyavasthayam dishtantaha etadarsho malena iti. The second, the dust is covering the mirror. Now, in the first one, smoke is a natural part of fire, but in the second one, malam or dust is not a natural part of mirror. Mirror does not produce dust. It's an external thing, but it comes and covers it. So already there is a separation between the covered and the covering. But it makes the mirror invisible. Tritiya avasthayam dishtantaha ulbena jarayuna garbhaveshtana charmana atistolena niruddhya avrataha. The embryo is concealed by the womb. The same manner, this antakaranam prakaratrayenapi kamena idam avratam. Your mind becomes covered by this enveloping desires. In the first stage, though there is a desire, still the mind is very functional. Like smoke and fire, they are coexisting. The fire is not still lost in the first example. Atra dhumena avratobi, though covered by smoke, still the fire can do its function of shining, burning, lighting, etc. Though it is dulled by the smoke. But in the second stage, malena avratas twadrishaha, the mirror that is covered by the dust cannot reflect an image. The mirror is there just for namesake. It is only a namesake mirror, it cannot reflect. Surupataha tu ubalabhyadeva. The surupam of the mirror is there, but the function has been lost. So in the first stage, the function is not lost. The second one, the function is lost. Meaning the mind becomes dysfunctional because of the existence of desire in the second stage. Ulbena avrato garbha. In the third example, the embryo that is covered by the womb, na hastapadadi prasaranam karyam karoti. That child which is inside, it cannot even move it's not functional at all. So it is neither functional nor you can see its surupam. That will be the status of the mind when this desire engulfs your experience. And that is a final stage of desire. So all these avaranas are to be taken care. That is why it has been explained in detail. So this mala, this vikshepa, this avarana, which are ashuddhi or the impurity that leads to the misery of those who do not want to get rid of them simply because they are not intent to do this shuddhi karma. But a person who is desirous of being sin-free, who wants to purify himself, definitely he will engage in this kalimalapaham sravanam. That is what he said. Ko va bhagavatastasya punyaslokedhya karmanaha shuddhi kamona srunuyat yashak kalimalapaham swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः